then she'd say, it's okay, I got lost on the way, but I'm a super girl. Super girls don't cry. And then she'd say, it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl. Super girls just fly. Yeah, she's a super girl. She's a super girl. You can tell by the way she walks that she's my girl. You can tell by the way she talks, she rules the world. You can see in her eyes that no one is her chain. She's my girl, a super girl. And then she'd say, it's okay, I got lost on the way, but I'm a super girl. Super girls don't cry. And then she'd say, it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl. Super girls just fly. And then she'd say that nothing can go wrong when you're in love. What can go wrong? And then she laughed the nighttime into day, pushing her feet further along. And then she'd say, it's okay, I got lost on the way, but I'm a super girl. Super girls don't cry. And then she'd say, it's alright, I got home late last night, but I'm a super girl. Super girls just fly. Yeah, she's a super girl. She's a super girl. She's she's better. She's she's better. Yeah, she's a super girl. There was a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall. I hear the sounds from the places where I was born. Up on a hill across a blue lake, that's where I had my first heartbreak. I still remember how it all changed. My father said, don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. Don't you worry now. Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. My name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to the Mango Grove for your daily analysis video. This one's gonna be live because hey, why not? The markets are dumping, the entire crypto community is panicking, but over here at the Mango Grove we are chilling. I have the beautiful, the gorgeous, the Valentine herself, Krisha, with me. Krisha, say hi.
And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Grove. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Everybody in here, there's 188 of you watching. Go ahead, smash that like button, get it up there. And yeah, that helps us. That attracts a lot more people into the Grove.
Exactly. And hey, please do let us know in the chat, in the live chat, whether or not the audio is a-okay. Give us a voice check or a confirmation on that. If the music's too loud, if the music's too soft, etc, etc. I think everything should be fine from what I'm seeing right over here on my dashboard. But I'm just gonna go ahead and switch the music up a little bit so that we can go ahead and have a conversation. Oof, my oh my, I'm getting a lot of PMs today, all day today, which is one of the reasons why I decided to do a live stream, just to get on over here. And you know, it's better to talk to the entire community at the same time instead of having to, you know, calm people's nerves one by one. But that being said, Krisha, I have to say I am so freaking proud of this community. This morning I woke up and in the Grove and at the sea too, right? There were two different conversations going on, but both of those conversations made me so proud. So in the seedling chat, in the private seed chat, they were talking about what was going on in the markets, but the conversation was far more cerebral, right? People weren't like worried or panicking at all. People are actually having conversations on psychology and mindset for future trades, because everyone in the seed chat, they were calm, they were relaxed. Some people were actually in profits, and they were talking about, hey, so and so things happened. How do you think I should better handle it this time? I feel like I got lucky this time. Do you think that I could improve next time? And those kind of conversations made me feel so freaking proud. Big shout out to Scott on that. The self-reflection that he was displaying in the chat this morning made me smile so much. It made me smile so much. Scott, you're a new seedling, but I'm seeing the engagement that you've been having with the community help you shape your view on the markets, man. It's such a good sign. It's such a good sign. I think you're gonna be great, buddy. I hope you watch this video. You might probably be watching it right now with us. But hey, enough of the rambling. I want to get on the charts, Krisha, because I'm pretty sure everybody's waiting to hear on what's going on. Let's switch to the charts. Before we actually continue the rambling, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the chat box. Keep it up over here on the left-hand corner. Let's go through the chat first. Let's just see who we have here. Oof, a lot of people here. Wow, there's a lot of people here. 250 of you guys here, but only a few likes. Make sure you guys hit the like and make sure you hit the subscribe. But more importantly, to ensure you do not miss the next live stream, hit the freaking bell icon. Apparently that matters, or so I have been told. Krisha, do you want to go through the chat?
Yes, sirree. There's a lot. So, I mean, people are actually taking this really well. Just the way it all started. So good job on, you know, quite a few of you are being calm about the entire market right now. Very, very happy to see that. People are very, Sean, people are very happy, by the way, that we're actually streaming this one right now.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of nerves running wild. Okay, so I'm just going to start from, well, the middle, I guess. Brian Carrasco says, hi, guys. Avi M on time. Good job. Good to see you guys in here. Timing is perfect. Let's go Ace. The whales are smoking dope. Okay. I'm not giving them 1 iota worth of crypto back, no matter the phony US dollar price they post. I don't trust. They're using real asset prices on anything, especially silver. Okay. All right, man. All right.
I love the passion, though. I love the passion.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, honestly, it's honestly better to hold like anything right now than the freaking US dollar. I'm not liking the look of, well, USD, and now that we're also getting another stimulus check, right? I don't know what's gonna happen in terms of, you know, the Dixie and everything. So, Offer PK says, hi, Krisha, love to lessen your voice. Okay. I'm gonna
Oh,
take
you
that
might
as
be
a
you might be a little
compliment.
bit too loud. I'll just reduce. Maybe that's what that's what he meant. You know, I
Top
have to
Gun.
say though, Krisha, like you're right. People are taking this far. Like I
Yeah.
think we've been able to over the past years now. The Mango community, especially, has grown to be a lot more mature. This is what I was talking about. Even the public chat in the Grove, when I woke up this morning, I was reading through the chat. I was so impressed with people being honest about their trades. Yes, some people did get hurt, but the community coming together and helping each other out, helping each other out psychologically. But because, guys, we all go through these periods of massive pain. It's about how you deal with it and learn from it and move forward, right? And I've had some crazy losses in the past that have just like floored me. I've literally just sat on the cold floor and just thinking to myself, what the hell did I just do? Why did I put myself in that position? How many of you guys ask yourself this question? Why didn't I just get out when I knew I had to? Right? Why didn't I just get out when I knew I had to? And those kind of things you just learn from, and you remember the pain, because when you remember the pain, you don't do it again. It's the people who get lucky and make the big money through luck that end up not only giving it all back to the market, but they also waste time. They waste like an entire cycle thinking that they're geniuses, having learned nothing, and then they give it all back to the market anyways through some stupid move or the other, because they've not learned anything. But if you take the pain now, you face pain right now, and you learn from it now, you're going to be much better off. Because money, guys, especially when you're just starting off, right? I'll tell you something else that that a lot of you guys may not fully understand yet. The losses that you take right now are going to feel huge, and they are huge relative to what you are making today as a trader. But when you become successful as a trader, the losses that you are going through today will be like normal. I don't say normal, but they'll be you'll be risking that kind of loss on a regular basis, and you wouldn't care too much about it. You'll be very accepting of it. Not that you will be losing taking those kind of losses often, but what I mean is your account size is going to go to such a large position that these losses right now that you're going through right now are going to be very trivial. So now when your account size is low, now when you guys are just starting your trading journey, now is the time to be making those mistakes and learning from them. It's another reason why I always recommend why people should start with very small accounts. Start with as low as a $200 account or $500 account, and pretend it is a $200,000 account or $500,000 account, right? So you just scale the dollar loss or the dollar win and pretend and learn that way. So again, learn now. The mistakes are what matter. The mistakes are what you will remember. The pain is what you remember, right? There's so many times Krisha and I are discussing strategies and the market is moving against us, and I think back to myself, these emotions that I'm going through right now, I remember these emotions. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes again. Right, so remember your emotions, document them. Krisha and I had an entire journal. I use an Excel sheet. Krisha uses a proper freaking diary, and where she wrote everything down. But we documented our emotions. It's so important. All right, I'll stop here. Krisha, any thoughts?
No, as in, like, I think we should get into the charts because, well, people want to know, I guess, what is happening. What do we think about the charts? Now, I know there are a couple, that did get liquidated apparently in looking at the chat. So there are some nerves running wild. So let's give them our input on, well, what we think.
All right, so I'll start with a very high overview, or rather a summary of my thoughts on the big assets right now. In my opinion, guys, Cardano is looking the best amongst them all. I'm even more bullish on Cardano now than I've ever been. Cardano is actually looking even better than Bitcoin, and coming from me, that is something, right? You guys know I'm a massive Bitcoin bull. Now, does that mean I'm gonna go sell all my Bitcoin and dump into Cardano? No. I will be looking to add to my Cardano position. Of course, I did add a little bit, but not as much as I want to. Again, these are not leverage trades. I do not have any leverage trades open on any altcoins at the moment, only Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still looking fantastic on the higher time frames. Ethereum is the biggest loser in all of this. It's been the garbage shot for a long time, right? I've been like bashing Ethereum for a while, and you guys are seeing all of that unfold now. It is looking horrendous, and I think it's going to continue looking horrendous. May have some nice bounces where people can sell into, but Ethereum's looking bad. DOT looking fantastic. So the coins that we've been focused on over here at the Mango Grove, which has been like so far, like again, I don't want to sound like I'm patting myself on the shoulder here or patting the entire community on the shoulder over here, but our trades, guys, have been going according to plan, right? We've been selling Ethereum and we've been bullish on Cardano, DOT, and Bitcoin. And now DOT and Cardano are beginning to draw my attention even more than before. Right here on the weekly, guys, yes, we had a drawdown. What does it look like to you? Looks A-okay to me, Krisha. What about to you?
It's bullish. I mean, it's still like the trend is still intact, and in fact, this looks like a little blip right now on the chart. So I don't think it's, and you're right in that from, if you kind of just go through the list of coins, Bitcoin included, I think Cardano's reaction to this dump was a lot better than many of the high MCAP coins right now.
Yep.
So Cardano's reaction has been super, it's been super bullish.
Yeah.
Relative to everything else.
I was expecting a bigger dip from all coins, and when I was looking at DOT and Cardano, they surprised me. And I believe a lot of that bearishness, or rather looking for the further dip, has come from just watching Ethereum just keep getting trashed. But Ethereum has been getting trashed for weeks now. We've been selling our Ethereum for, like, I think it's been 14 to 16 days now, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of sets the tone for all coins in general, right? But I'm beginning to feel a tide shift over here. Ethereum is beginning to lose, at least right now. I've been saying this, Ethereum's losing its narrative. It's losing its narrative. That may flip, and the charts gave us the signal a while ago. We're going to go ahead and talk about that too. So those of you who missed those videos, you guys will get a kind of like an overview of what we were looking for, and another example of why the charts tell the story and you do not follow fundamentals. You can follow fundamentals if you want, of course, but you can always risk manage with charts. The charts keep you in the right direction, guys. Right? Your fundamentals may be right, but if the market doesn't think so, it does not matter. With that being said, Krisha, I'm going to go ahead. We looked at the weekly. The weekly is still over here. I'm looking at Cardano USD. That sounds awesome. Krisha, we haven't put in a higher low yet.
No, we haven't.
The last higher low, guys, on the weekly is 27 cents. Like, just think about that.
Because think about when Bitcoin actually recently did its 30% dump. Look at what Cardano did in that time. It barely budged. We did not lose. Fine, we took that drawdown, and I think maybe it was we were holding a daily uptrend, but that's about it. I think Cardano's reaction has been spectacular. But Sean, honestly, I'll be completely honest with you guys. So recently, just yesterday, in fact, I did a Cardano video, and I told you guys how I thought the weekly close was awesome and that I was expecting continuation. Now, I was dead wrong about that, right? Now,
what do you mean?
Moment...
No,
sorry?
I'm sorry. I have to cut you off there. Over there. I'm sorry. You cannot say that, right? Because I feel like people are gonna... I mean, saying you're wrong is fine. Saying you're wrong is completely fine. But you cannot say you're wrong until this week closes.
No, absolutely.
Because you're going to be wrong about being wrong.
Yeah, no. I get that. I understand that. So the thing is that the candle has not closed, right? Cardano's reaction still has been pretty decent. But the way I sort of, I painted that picture was that I was actually looking for that continuation. But Sean, you actually had a very, very good read yesterday on Bitcoin as well as the altcoins. And guys, Sean has been very steadfast on Ethereum's narrative changing. And I mean, this has been going on for weeks now, right?
Yeah.
Well, you've been sort of plotting the move out of Ethereum into, say, Bitcoin and some of the other crypto assets out there. Now, you had a really, really good read. Now, what was the one thing that really tipped you off on, on this cycle and what's happening right now?
Are you discussing? Do you mean in terms of just Bitcoin and what is going to happen with the rest
Bitcoin. So primarily Bitcoin, because you have been really keeping an eye out on Bitcoin. You've been telling other people to make sure you have your eyes on Bitcoin, because what happened yesterday, right? Everyone's focused on the altcoins, but literally, including myself, I forgot to look at Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Right. But I think you had your eyes on Bitcoin, and you were dissecting the chart yesterday, and you're just like, Krisha, I'm seeing $48,000.
Yeah, that was.
So you called that one yesterday, and I was just like, really?
Now, I didn't expect it to happen yesterday, but the fact that it happened yesterday was just fantastic. We sometimes you gotta, the hardest part of this game is being patient and waiting for the target that you're looking for, right? And it all happened within like, I think 12 hours of us talking about that $48,000 target. And now there's no one single, to answer your question, Chris, there was no one single thing that I was looking at. It was a combination of so many different factors that were all coming together. It was the way the weekly closed in relation to CMEs, and then it was how the CMEs opened, and then if you analyze the option chain and you look at where most of the strikes were beginning to have their big expiration towards the end of the week, you're looking at all these key numbers line up around that $48,000 to $50,000 mark. And $48,000 then also lined up with key daily levels, right? We talked about this. I basically spread the information between Mango Grove and Mango Seed. I gave half of the information to Seed, half of the information to Grove, and the $48,000 mark was not just the daily 21 EMA and 21 EMA, but it was there was a lot of open interest on the options chain over there too. So there was so many things lining up with the $48,000 mark that we'll go ahead and talk about today. But then we also had a close on the 12-hour. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show this to you guys quickly, and then we'll get back to Bitcoin. We were talking about this yesterday in the Discord chat, but it was this close over here that gave me the big heads up. I posted the screenshot on Seed, I believe. I actually took a long on the first test of the daily of the 12-hour dynamic, right? We tested the 12-hour dynamic over here, and then we closed above the blue dot. Kusha, do you see that on the dynamic on your chart? So yes, we closed above the blue dot, and I was like, this is looking good. This is exactly what I was looking for. And then we opened underneath the blue dot.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, oh man. And I've been victim to this so many freaking times in the past, where you get your initial validation on your trade, right? So my trade was basically, okay, I want to see this not only bounce on the dynamic, but I want to see it bounce on top of the blue dot as well. I got that, but we opened underneath the blue dot. I immediately closed my position. To me, that was me getting invalidated, right? I was wrong in the trade. Now, just remember, guys, just because you sell in profits does not mean you're wrong. Does not mean you're right on your trade. You could be in profits and still be wrong. Understand that mindset and be okay being wrong. Okay, you could be in profits and still be wrong, and take those opportunities to sell in profits when you're wrong, because there'll be other times where you'll have to take a loss when you're wrong about being wrong, right? We talked about that in the beginning of the video. Sometimes you're wrong about being wrong, but you have to take the loss anyways to protect your account. So take these wins, quote unquote, even though you're wrong. And I closed my position immediately. And now, was I expecting 48,000? No, but we freaking got it. I'm going to go show you the daily dynamic. Now, keep two things in mind, Krisha. We closed the 12-hour over, even after we had that massive dump, we still closed the 12-hour over the dynamic, okay? But that's not enough. Again, over there, I would have wanted to see it close over the blue dot. This is how it can get insidious and begin the downtrend on the 12-hour, leading on perhaps to the daily. Now, we didn't just close over the 12-hour dynamic, but we also closed over the daily dynamic. You see that? We closed over. And you want to add a little bit more fun to it. Where do we wick off? We wicked off the daily 21 EMA. So we wicked off the daily 21 EMA, closed over the daily dynamic, okay? And now I'm looking to see how it plays out from over here, because this is going to give us our information moving forward. I'm going to zoom out for you guys. I'm going to show you guys a very, very similar setup all the way back from the first week of Jan, Krisha, when we had the move to around 42,000 and had the dump. Look at that. Same setup. We wicked off the 21 EMA, closed over the dynamic, right? Now, if we close underneath the dynamic, to me, that's going to be like, all right, Bitcoin's going to go into consolidation, and altcoins may have their chance to run. But that depends on what we see on the altcoins. So far, it looks like altcoins are looking freaking fantastic, better than they've looked in a while. At least coins like ADA, okay? Yes, they've come down, but really, guys, ADA has moved from around 23 cents, 30 cents, all the way to $1. It's come down like 6 cents, right? 6 to 10 cents. Come on. Like, it's looking really good. And if Bitcoin starts putting a consolidation along this region like it did in the 30,000 to 40,000 region, that's going to be opportunity for us. So yeah, I'm going to stop over there and let you I'll let you have the mic for a bit.
No. I'm sort of looking at your thought process. So guys, this is all, how this is our thought process when we're looking at the market, when we're looking at certain candle closes and the invalidation points that we look at. Now notice how Sean, now fine, we preach, but we also practice, okay, in terms of our invalidation points. That's one thing that Sean and I will always tell you guys. Now notice that some of you guys in the chat, I think it was, I can't find his name right now, but apparently he got liquidated, unfortunately, on all his trades. Now, and this is where invalidation points, guys, really helps. It comes to play. That way, when you're invalidated, okay, you can get out. Now, yesterday I saw like a stupid comment on the Cardano video. Unfortunately, he's like, never sell at a loss. Something. Never ever sell at a loss. And that's bad. That's very
bad advice.
That's bad advice, guys. That is very bad advice. Sometimes, you know what, you're going to be in a trade wherein you get invalidated and you will have to sell at a loss, because notice what came after Sean sold his position, right? We saw that immediate continuation to the downside. Now think of psychology. When you sit through something like that, you're like, no, I'm not selling here, I'm going to sell higher, right? You sit through something like that and then you're just like, damn it, I should have sold. I should have sold when I got the opportunity. You know what, I'm going to wait for that price to come back again. But that never comes back, and there's more continuation to the downside, and it's just like a spiral. All right, it's like a really shitty domino effect, and you're just caught selling very lower than you could have sold at.
And forget that, right? Let's go second order of thinking over there. Now you're sitting and worried about getting out at a good position, and you're sitting and managing this loss that you should have just taken a while ago, but you're wasting your time managing this loss. And what's happened is you are now allocating time and trade management time to a losing trade when you could have been looking at opportunity to be buying or longing or perhaps even shorting on a different asset, or perhaps this asset, right? Now suddenly you're thinking, man, this would have been a really good time to be putting my capital back into the market and buying at the support level that we've come down to. But you're worried about taking a loss. So you're like, man, we're at support, I'm going to wait for a bounce and then take the loss, when you should have been thinking about, hey, should I be buying over here? So one of the best things, guys, about just taking the loss is being able to free up capital, free up margin if you're leverage trading, and use that time, that clear-headedness, and that margin to be able to actually take another trade, right?
Exactly.
Don't take the loss, because it is also allowing for opportunity cost if you don't take the loss.
Exactamundo. This is all little, tidbits of advice, because TA is great, but it's also the psychology, how we read the charts, and the additional stuff that you can implement in your trading that's going to save you and your entire account. Yep. And guys, your invalidation point cannot be your liquidation point. Please, do not make that mistake. But okay.
All right,
let's take some questions.
I want to talk about the charts a little bit more,
okay,
Krisha. So I'm back over to Cardano USD, and I want to point out a few things. Again, on Cardano too, we talked about how, so we looked at the weekly trend on Cardano. Cardano's weekly trend is intact, but guess what, guys? Its daily trend is intact as well. This could very well just be a higher low, and that alone is scary bullish. Now, would I bet on this daily trend holding if Bitcoin goes into a long downtrend? I actually may, considering how the RWBTC chart is looking. But let's talk about this for a little bit. The previous higher low I'm looking at over here is around 68 cents. Yeah, around 68.5. And this higher low that just got put in is 83 cents, right? We've held the dynamic every single time. In fact, ever since we retook the dynamic, remember, guys, what I'm looking for is 2 daily candle closes, or a proper full body candle close with the wick being taken out. And we've not done that since 17 freaking cents. 17 cents. Yeah. We've been holding it, and again we held it. In fact, I do believe we held the 12-hour dynamic, which I thought would have been ridiculous, and we freaking did it. Krisha, just turn on your 12-hour dynamic, right? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. By the way, for those of you who do have the dynamic, I've been playing around with with something that will that I may have an update for you guys on the dynamic to add an additional feature that would be really, really cool. So stay tuned for that one. I'll also be releasing the twine for everybody who all current users of the dynamic and the vine, right, the mango vine, which is no longer available to any new users. All current users will be getting access to the twine. I'm not sure whether twine will be available in the future. I may just put it on the shelf again, just like the wine. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, the 12-hour dynamic, when we had this dump over here on the 15th, I didn't expect it to hold the 12-hour, right? And that when it did, that was the big sign that holy, that this is looking really good. Now this time again, I underestimated it. I'm like, at this time it's finally going to lose it, right? It's finally going to lose the dynamic. But I wonder whether we had bullish divergence on this. Well, bearish divergence that flipped into bullish divergence, but we'll look at that later. We held the 12-hour, we held the daily dynamic. This is looking really, really good. But what I do want to point out, I noticed yesterday over here, that if you clear out everything and we just look at our oscillators, right, you'll see, like, people, this is when people should be looking at divergences, by the way. We did have the potential for bearish divergence, Krisha, between the 8th of Feb and right over here on the 20th of Feb, right? I think it was on the stochastics as well. Yep, you could see it on the stochastics as well. And then it got triggered. As soon as we took out the low over here at $1.06, as soon as we took out that low, you get triggered for your bearish divergence play, and you usually go on over to your next support line, which is I was looking for something a little bit deeper, but 83 cents is the next target. Would the 21 EMA come there too? The 21 EMA is right over there too. So that was a really nice play. However, the thing is that surprised me is the pickup right after. The way Cardano got picked up and held this level, Krisha, $1.06 is a weekly level that I've drawn, all right? It's the high from the Bittrex chart on the weekly candle from all the way back in 2008 or 2018 or something, and Cardano held it. Now, do we hold it into today's candle as well? It's irrelevant to me, because this showed me that the bulls on this chart are strong. So even if he's come in to retest these lows over here, it's going to be a buy for me. Now guys, as bullish as I may sound on Cardano, and I've been sounding bullish on Cardano for my past couple of videos, I want you guys to know that in an instant, when I see the wrong signs, I'll get out. Okay? Yeah. You guys saw that with Ethereum. As soon as I started seeing the wrong signs, I went from super bullish on Ethereum to super bearish. You guys all saw that. Right, so keep that in mind whenever you guys are thinking, oh, Sean is super bullish, so I'm just going to hold. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You guys are here to learn and be able to do this yourself, so you guys know when to get out yourselves. Okay? I'm going to drop a gem for you guys, or like a golden nugget for you guys. It's really not as important when you get into a trade as it is important when you exit a trade. Your exit is always going to be far more important than actually entering, especially as a trend trader. Your exit matters. So keep that in mind. You guys are here to learn.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Krisha?
And yeah, by no means are we let's say Cardano moon boys and moon girls. We have no sort of biases towards any coin. The only one we follow is Bitcoin. That's it.
Yeah.
If we have to drop a bag, we will. If the technicals change, if it turns, we will drop it. No biases there. So just a heads up on that, because I noticed that a lot of people, you know, they come in, they're like, oh, you guys are shilling, you know, Cardano, and they just go on and on. I'm like, no, that's not that's not what we're trying to do. All I'm trying to say is that it's just one of the better looking charts right now. That's literally all we're saying. When we really sort of, you know, we push out on a certain sort of cryptocurrency and we're talking about it, it's because the chart is looking good.
Yeah.
Relative to most in, well, the market right now, at least from the high M caps.
Yep, I agree. So you guys saw us trade Chainlink for the longest time very, very aggressively. Why? Because the charts were looking beautiful and they were easy to play. At Mango, we're concerned with just that, right? What's the easiest way for us to keep collecting sats? And sometimes it may be just don't trade any altcoins at all. And a lot of times actually it is. And just keep trading Bitcoin. So Krisha, yesterday you saw, right, how me constantly monitoring Bitcoin paid off big time. Right?
Yeah.
And people forget. People forget to look at Bitcoin, or rather they refuse. They think it's irrelevant. No, Bitcoin is literally the reserve currency of the crypto markets, guys. It's like saying USD is irrelevant when you're trading SPY. You can't do that.
Boom. That is true. That is good advice. It is the reserve currency of the entire crypto market right now. Also, guys, 516 watching and only 117 likes. Come on, you guys can do better. Hit that like button. Let us know if you really like these streams. That way we know whether to do them. You know, right now, I mean, we usually do the streams during the weekends. But if we want, you know, if you guys want streams in the middle of the week when we have some important price action, let us know by hitting that like.
Yeah. So the original idea was to only do streams on the weekends because these do get exhausting. They eat a lot of energy and time. But we decided to do one today because, hey, it's one of those days. You'll find a lot of people like staying away from, or rather, YouTubers and influencers stay away from the charts during market dumps. But at Mango, we are here for you guys, especially during these market dumps, right? So go ahead and let us know that you guys appreciate this appreciate these as well, these videos. That way, if we can at the end of the month when we do analyze the analytics, through like the likes and like views, blah blah, we know that these streams are actually valued, and we'll do them more often in the middle of the week, perhaps.
Sweet beans.
All right, so Bob's like, we aren't hitting the like button until you guys push the markets back up. You gotta live stream harder. It'll happen.
It's Rob. Rob needs to come in. Rob's the whale.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead now, Kusha, and talk about ARA BTC. This is where it gets really, really interesting. And I want to talk about a couple of things, Kusha, that perhaps, I'm not sure whether you've been looking at this on Cardano, but I've been looking at this for a while because I've been preparing for it. Okay. Let's have some fun over here. Now, those of you who watched my previous Cardano video, you guys know what I was looking for, right? Okay. Go ahead and watch that Cardano video, the one I did where I showed you guys how to use the dashboard alongside with Cardano to get a really, really good idea of what it may do. And we essentially came down to a thesis where we were looking at the 4-hour falling channel and how it was a two-part thesis that coincided, or rather, what's the word I'm looking for? It basically shook hands with the USD chart. Okay, it shook hands with the USD chart. We were looking at this falling channel, Kusha, on the 4-hour chart, and we're like, all right, if this breaks towards the upside, okay, we do have resistance right overhead, but we are saying, or our thesis is that it has continuation, breaks the resistance, tests the upper bound resistance at around 2,000 Satoshi. Okay, on the Bitcoin pairing, but it's going to be enough to break the dollar level on the USD pairing, because we were consolidating. Okay, ADA was consolidating underneath a dollar, like around 90 to 95 cents on the USD pairing, and this falling channel gave us the hint that, you know what, we're about to break a dollar, and it panned out that way. We broke towards the upside, and we broke the dollar mark. But the second part of the thesis was that, hey, we aren't sure that we're going to break this resistance over here. It's far too important. And now you can see, Krisha, we have tested it twice on the 4-hour time frame, rejected both times. Okay, do we break it? Because if we break this on the Bitcoin pairing, it's going to cause fireworks on the USD pairing. And my thesis was that if we break this on the Bitcoin pairing, we are likely going to get to our eventual target of $1.40 on the USD pairing. So CADA $1.40 was the target, right? So it's just CADA now, guys. Apologies, this is CADA. Now when you look at the daily, right? I was looking at the structure where I was like, how cool would it be if we put in an ascending triangle or some kind of bull flag formation against this major resistance on the daily? If we do that, things are going to look really good, and yes, it's going to take some time, and we're likely going to break it towards the upside. But then, Kusha, if you switch on over to the 2-day time frame, that's when you see the beauty. Look at the 2-day. It's already putting in a very, very bullish structure, especially if we close the 2-day right now over here.
Yeah.
This is a flag.
Cardano BTC is actually looking exactly.
It's a flag.
It's a flag. It's a flag. Okay, I'm noticing a flag. In fact, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually noticing a bullish cup and handle on Cardano BTC right now. I think it's looking good. And notice how it broke out of a much more larger structure on the weekly time frame, which was also, it happened to be a cup and handle, right? We've broken out. Now it appears that we're consolidating against resistance. All right. Now the look of this consolidation on that lower time frame is painting more of a bullish look than a bearish look right now, right? And that's something that had me feeling very bullish even yesterday about Cardano, and that's why even when I went into the video, I was just I felt so good about it. I'm like, man, this is such a beautiful chart right now.
I agree, and for those of you who find it difficult to like assess the trends, right? There are two things you guys can do, right? One, know that the higher time frame trend is always going to be more important than the low time frame trend. Then you guys go on over to the Mango dashboard. I'm going to switch Krisha to the Mango dashboard. I have right over here, and I do believe I have the 2-day time frame open. No, I have the daily time frame open. So you can see, let's just switch to ADA, okay, and you can see that ADA BTC on the daily is neutral, right? Okay, you're like, all right, so we are neutral on the daily, but where do I get my bias from if you're neutral? You can, of course, go to the lower time frame, but I like to go to the higher time frames to get my bias. And you're seeing that the high time frame on the 2-day time frame, we're still long. And in fact, we've been long against Bitcoin for 36 days. What does this mean? It means that we've not had to make any action, or rather, like, get in, get out of the trade for 36 days. And your return since then has been 86.92. But the daily is saying neutral, right? So now you're wondering, should I be looking to take profits or not? That's where you come and look at the charts and make your thesis and your analysis for what may happen in the future. So don't use anything together, guys. Or rather, don't use anything in isolation. Use things together. Use everything holistically. So here we're looking at only 2 time frames. You can go ahead and dissect it by looking at the 4-hour, the 12-hour. In fact, you could have looked at the 4-hour, notice that, hey, the trend is already switched from neutral to short. Maybe this will spill on over to the 12-hour, and then the daily, and then the 2-day, right? That's another way to look at it. But it all depends on your thesis on the market.
Exactamundo.
And I do believe the 2-day time frame and the daily is available for all of you guys on the free version as well. So there's no reason. The lower time frames, guys, just makes your life it makes your life more exciting, yes, because you get to trade more often, but also makes it more difficult, right? Exciting is difficult. You don't want to have too much excitement when you're learning to trade. You want to keep things very, very simple. Keep your eyes on the high time frames. Go ahead and use the alert feature that the dashboard has. Just click. It just takes one click, and an alert will be sent to your email, right? It's so easy to set alerts here. We spend a lot of time implementing this feature. Take advantage of it. Remember, the daily is, so now let's say I want to know whether ADA BTC switches from neutral to long, and that will give me the I was going to say strength, or rather the confidence, right? The confidence to add to my position even stronger. Now I'm like, all right, cool. ADA BTC is switching back from long to neutral on the daily. So I want to know though when it does that. I click on the alert button right over here. It's going to send me an email. If I get that email, I can come and put on the position or assess the chart a little bit more and then put on the position, right? Usually you want to know exactly what is your what is the deciding factor that will get you into the trade. So you keep it very simple. When you do have to get into the trade, you have to keep it very simple. Similar with the exit, guys. Similar story with the exit. All right, so again, I'm going to switch back to the charts, and we can take some questions, Grisha. You can go ahead and find some for us.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what I'm doing. Guys, if you have any questions, and if we missed any of those questions, just go ahead and type them out again. And let's try and so today, because it's an important day, because we're seeing I mean, I would like to think of it as opportunities for the most part, but we're seeing price actually come down. People are panicking. Let's try and stick to maybe the high end caps like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. And even if you have any questions regarding mindset, trading, anything of that sort, seedlings, especially all the seedlings here, if you have any questions, this is your time to ask. And also, for those of you who are new in here who just joined the stream, make sure to hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Cool. Wow, whale dump? Question mark? Question mark? What are we talking about? Saurabh.
I'm not seeing like a dump, guys. Oh, it's coming now, on Bitcoin, 48,700. So we were talking about something in the Grove. I'm going to switch on over to the 1 hour time frame, but again, trading was likely not going to. Okay, there it is. So in the Grove, right, I posted the screenshot in the Grove as well as for the seed members. I was looking for Bitcoin to come and retake these lows over here underneath this wick at around 47,349. So I'm looking for that. I'm not sure whether we get it, but I will be taking a trade over there.
Let's talk about. Okay, first let me see if we have any questions.
Yeah.
Why skipped BNB?
I'm gonna stop. I feel I'm just too excited right now, so I'm just gonna stop talking for a bit. I just have a lot of excitement.
Sean is plotting his bids. You can see it right now. Okay, SCIF says, why skip to BNB? We didn't skip BNB. I actually did an analysis on BNB, and I even gave you downside targets for that one. Okay, so long-term ADA BDC target. Man, McLovin the Irish. Okay, dude, we don't know, right? So as soon as we have more information on the chart, only then can we really, actually come up with additional targets. It's hard to come up with those targets from where we're at right now. There's no crystal ball to this. It's all like game probabilities.
Isn't BNB? He's talking about BNB, right? Isn't BNB in price discovery now?
So BNB is in price discovery. That was someone else. And McLovin asked me about ADA BDC target. Okay.
ADA BDC. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a target for you guys. It's a if this then that.
Okay, let's go. Sean's got a target.
So if we break the zone towards the upside, right? If we break the zone towards the upside, we do have a really, really volatile opportunity all the way up to 2,600 Satoshi. So I believe that is a good 30% move, if my math is right. Oh, there you go. Not bad. 24% move. So yeah, if we do break the zone over here, we are likely going all the way over here to around 2,600 Satoshi. If we take that out, it gets even crazier. We're going to around 3,700 Satoshi. So that's our BDC towards the upside. Towards the downside, if we do break this zone over here, this horizontal, at around 1,800 Satoshi, right? It's essentially the middle over here, but I'll be looking more towards first 1,648 Satoshi and this wick low over here at around 1,500 Satoshi. Remember though, these horizontals, guys, I've drawn are based on the weekly time frame. You could just keep your life simple and follow the mango dynamic. That's keeping your life simple, right? Lose the mango dynamic, we'll probably initiate a downtrend. But again, I want to see 2 candle closes underneath the mango dynamic, Cardano BTC, and then we can look for lower targets, perhaps all the way down to 1,000 Satoshi. Remember, when did we start selling our Ethereum? Let's go ahead and look at our BTC chart. Jesus Christ, ETH is so ugly. We start selling it right over here. Loss, like I was so bullish on Ethereum. Like, I will stay bullish as long as the trend is bullish. I don't care after that. If the trend is gone, you're gone, right? I'm talking about not you guys. Ethereum's gone.
You're gone now.
And right over here, you guys can see that we broke it. We retested it. That's when I sold my first big chunk, and we didn't retake it after that, right? I kept selling throughout this. Now you guys are seeing how a bear flag forms, right? Because psychologically, all the trend traders and even support and resistance traders for that matter start taking positions out and in. So trend traders are getting out of their positions over here, and we start selling over time because we want to know, hey, this, especially when you have a big position, right? We don't let it go all at once. Okay, and I had a massive ETH position, and I was selling and selling and selling, and even on this move over here, when we had this down move, right? When you saw this breakdown, I still had some ETH, and was I going to sell immediately? I could have, but now I wasn't under any pressure to do so because I'd reduced my position size so much already that I could just wait. And then we had this move over here. What do? We freaking sell more, right? That's just our chance to sell. Until the trend switches, we will sell on the lower highs. We don't care what you guys think about the fundamentals, blah 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 blah. I'm giving you guys a glimpse into the mind of a trader, right? We don't care. It's an opportunity to sell, right? Because we don't look at the fundamentals. Now, I've actually looked into Ethereum's fundamentals, and I'm actually bearish on them for the most part. But yeah, as soon as the trend got knocked out, I got even more bearish, and boom.
Yeah. The trend is everything. The trend is everything. Now, someone just asked a question somewhere on top saying, when will this dump end? Something along those lines. I mean, we don't know, but what I personally will be keeping my eyes peeled on is those the macro trend, essentially, right? I want that structure to be intact. So when I say macro trend, a bullish trend entails that we see higher lows and higher highs. As long as those higher lows are intact on the macro timeframes, all right, I think we're fine. The bull market, I feel, is intact. Okay, that's what I personally will be looking for. As far as this particular dump, I mean, we don't know, right? All we can go off is levels. Now, the levels that I personally have on my chart is 45,000 going all the way down to 40,000. Those are the two immediate levels, of course. If we start breaking 40,000, then sure, we can see lower. Possibly even, hell, weekly 21 EMA. And Sean, the weekly 21 EMA is coming in where?
I'm going to put it on. I'm cheating. 32,000. I cheated. Yeah. So I have my positions from all. I have a long that I've been building my long, as you guys know, ever since that last Bitcoin video I did, where, by the way, had only 900 views. And none of you guys cared about that video, and we pumped $15,000. Jesus. I hope some of you, after this scenario over here and the last scenario, right? First a Bitcoin pump, now Bitcoin dump. I hope some of you begin to start taking a keener interest in the Bitcoin videos, because there's a lot of profits to be made on your altcoins by understanding what Bitcoin does. Kusha, like, to me, I'm gonna get bearish on Bitcoin if we lose the week. I don't say bearish, but I won't be like looking to buy dips if we lose the weekly dynamic. The 4-day dynamic too, if we lose that, that's gonna be enough for me. It's coming around the same level, to be honest.
I see. No, yeah. I mean, we've done the strategy tests on it, right? The back testing, and the dynamic is freaking right on the money. It is right on the money. So you're right there. I mean, we could very well see the weekly 21 EMA climb up too, right? So really depend. But what I've noticed right now so far, the picture, is that ever since we actually ripped past 20K, we started making those new highs, we've not tested the weekly 21 at all.
Yeah,
not a single test.
I think the market has changed in that. My play is coming to fruition right over here. Oh no, not yet. Right, I'm looking for it to come underneath this wick low over here. But hey, it's crazy, like, guys. And by the way, I don't know these patterns because I'm a genius, right? And but when I say pattern, I'm talking about how the price moves, the price action. Because I've been able to literally say, hey, it's going to bounce here, come here, blah blah blah. This entire time, like, Kusha's been watching throughout this period, and I've been able to actually get it to the T. But it's not because I'm a genius. It's because I've been a victim to these freaking emotions, and I've gone through these price movements by being on the other side and feeling a lot of pain. And that pain is what's making me remember how price is likely to react. Use your pain to your advantage, guys, because that's honestly why I made it as a trader. It's because I got wrecked. So
yeah, no, but this time you played it really well. Like, Sean has been super mango. Like, this guy just gets up in the morning, not a worry, markets are wrecked. He's just like, all right, we got this. And in fact, I mean, you helped me with the whole, so I was really bullish on Ethereum, right? And then Sean took a contrarian sort of view to it. He's like, no, Krisha, I don't think so, and here's why I don't think Ethereum is bullish right now. Okay, now we were just looking at the technicals at the time. Now he saved my butt big time. Right, so I also started exiting a big position of my Ethereum, and what do you know? Like, it actually panned out, like, the entire thing. I mean, Ethereum bled against Bitcoin the entire way through in the past couple of weeks. So I mean, your read has been extremely good so far, and I think you've taken lessons from all the hurt that you felt, right, from the last bear market, and I mean, it's all paying off right now. It's helping us, stay mango.
Yep. I'm going through the comments right now, and one of the reasons, guys, that so for example, Across Canada says people. Hold up, let me try to find this comment again. Wow, things are scrolling fast.
Yeah.
Comments scrolling fast. Okay, I lost the comment, but essentially, I have a bullish view on the markets until a certain something happens. and then I will flip to a bearish view, right? After that thing triggers, or neutral view, of course, like you go bullish, neutral, and then bearish. I'm just keeping it simple for you guys, but it's that, right? I keep it very, very simple. I have an over what's the word I'm looking for? Not hierarchy, but
like an overarching view.
An overarching view. There you go. Sorry. Yeah, overarching view. I have an overarching view that gives me a bullish bias on the markets, right? Especially on the Bitcoin market, right? As long as that is true, I will stay bullish. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to buy like a madman every single way, right? Yesterday, for example, I already talked about this in the beginning of the stream. Like, yes, I tried for a trade right over here. But even when you try for a trade on a lower time frame, you need to have an invalidation view, right? Or when will you stop being bullish on this lower time frame? You need to have that set in place. And for me, it was if we do not hold my thesis, which was we need to be above the blue dot. Now, this is where it gets insidious, right, guys? We closed above, opened underneath. As soon as that happened, you need to flip. No emotions. Be okay being wrong. Once in a while, you're going to get an opportunity where you can be wrong and still be in profit. Take it. All right, take it. But keep it simple, guys. Because if you don't, right, let's say I got emotional here, and I stayed in position. I wouldn't have been fine right now. I wouldn't have been sitting here with you guys and being calm and looking for the next big opportunity. I wouldn't have been doing that, right? I would have been like, oh my God, it's getting worse. What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. So it's that. It's just knowing that you can always be wrong. How about that? It's knowing that you can be wrong and be okay with it. Be okay being wrong, embrace being wrong, and then your trading life opens up. Your trading life freaking opens up. Because you know it's not a big deal if you're wrong. You have a plan for it.
So Syed Haq, hey man, good to see you in here. He says, hey guys, it's been a while since I caught a live stream. It's 3 a.m. here for me, lol. If you can please share your analysis on ETHUSD on the 4-hour TF and the 12-hour TF. Thanks for the tip, Syed. Yeah, have you actually gone over Ethereum so far, Sean?
I looked at ETHBTC and pretty much said it's garbage, but ETHUSD
let's go
is
look at ETHUSD because ETHUSD also we need to understand what's happening there.
I had a target, guys, for ETHUSD. Okay, so how about this? Let me put it this way. I had a target for ETHUSD at around 1450-ish ever since it lost its Bitcoin peg. I didn't think it was going to come true. I remember saying this to you, Kusha, in the kitchen. I'm like, imagine if ETH comes back down to 1400. I said it as a joke. I'm not looking to buy this, by the way, but it looked like it wanted to. The way it was struggling to even move up on the USD pairing, guys, it just looked like it wanted to roll over. And the only thing I see underneath as support is this level here, 1450, which was scary. We were sitting at $2,000 and looking weak with nothing underneath but 1400. I wanted no part of this.
Yeah. I think we're actually coming down there. If I had to kind of really put my bets on where Ethereum actually comes down to, I think 1450 is the next major region, and it looks like it wants to drop to 1450 at the very least. In fact, we also put in, like, if you look at the 12-hour and the daily time frame, you put in like that rising channel, right? And if you look at the measured move for that rising channel, it all points down to 1450, and that's the shittiest thing about Ethereum.
Wait, what?
Wait,
it's you have a rising channel that points all the way down here to 1450? Yeah. I don't see it. On what time frame?
On the daily, and you can see it on the daily as well as the 12-hour time frame. However, I'm taking the wicks into account, like I always do, right?
Okay.
But I think, and that's the thing about Ethereum, right? So I was telling you guys that when Ethereum starts trending, it gets volatile, and its zones, like the zones that it really trades in, are usually very volatile zones. And this is something that we saw in the last bear market as well. Now, the bull market was explosive. Now, for those of you who were here last bull market, you guys know how explosive Ethereum was.
Oh my God,
I mean, you used to get up every morning and it's like up $100. It was insane. I couldn't get sleep. I remember those days, just sleepless nights over Ethereum. It was crazy. But, and the thing is that when we entered the bear market, Sean, remember the dump on Ethereum?
Yeah.
It was brutal. It was so bad.
That's what.
And that's the.
Sorry, apologies.
No, I was thinking more in terms of volatility, right? So when you see that volatility to the upside, you usually see the same kind of volatility step in the downside as well, in the down moves as well.
Yep,
Right?
exactly.
And Ethereum, it's not forgiving. It's not forgiving. If you do not exit on time, Ethereum does not forgive you, and it does not give you a chance.
Yep. So, I wanted to remind people what we were talking about. I believe like around 3 or 4 weeks ago, and this was when we were bullish on Ethereum, right? We had specifically said that, hey, because of this entire DeFi narrative, and because of the amount of and Kusha, you and I had a longer conversation on this one night. We talked about how when there's going to be a tipping point. When there's going to be a tipping point where when things do turn bearish, when Ethereum does go down, it's going to go down far harder. And it's the same logic, right, that got us initially bullish on Ethereum, because people having to pay Ethereum more fees just to be able to transact on all these protocols like SushiSwap and Inch and Uniswap, right? Initially, right, it sets a bullish tone because people are burning more, using more, staking more, locking more, blah blah blah. But then when things do turn bearish, and combined with the fact that the turning point, right? I wish you guys could see my hand gestures right now, but the turning point lines up with the fees being really high. And yesterday, guys, there were people paying freaking $1,000 in fees, $300 in fees when they're transacting only freaking $400. It was ridiculous. Their fees are $300, right? And the ETH that they're sending out is like 450ish. I was like, what the hell? Like, fees were ridiculous. And that's when it gets worse, and people just want out. At that point, right? The market gets illiquid. It is illiquid regardless of what order book you're trading and what asset you're trading, because your network makes the fees so high that the price that you actually want to sell at is negated, because you have to actually take your price minus the fees. And then suddenly you're saying, oh shit, this market is the real price I'm selling at is not 1500 ETH, but it's more like 1300 ETH because I'm paying so much fees, right? So that's illiquidity. You understand?
That is actually really cool. I didn't think of it that way.
Yes, exactly.
That
Krisha,
is
and it
actually
just
pretty
happened.
profound. I did not think of that. Oh my god, what is... Oh, see, it's coming
my,
down.
My low, yeah, there you
14.50.
go. My wick low. There you go.
Good
there
job.
you go.
Let's
There
go.
it is. There it is, guys. I told you. And what? And
Sean
now
is plotting for Ethereum's demise.
no, I'm. Oh my god. So, Bitcoin hasn't done it yet, though. So.
But have you looked at, so just today I pointed out the C-SPAN trade on Bitcoin, and yeah, there's quite a bit lining up there on the 12-hour Kijun. What are your thoughts on us actually getting there?
So wait, hold up. We were talking about Ethereum, right? We're talking about.
Oh yes, let's go. Let's not go off on a tangent. I have a bad habit.
I want to keep discussing that. What I really want to discuss. What I realized just now was that your parents are now 4 for 4, Krisha. 4 for 4. Just last night, her mom was like calling up and asking her, should I buy Ethereum? Her mom called up and asked, should she buy Ethereum? And Krisha's like, no, I have no Ethereum. And her mom was like, what? Why? Oh, and it just occurred to me that, wow, her parents did it again. 4 for 4. That's amazing. What are you guys panicking for? Look at Ada. Ada's still not even coming down to
Haley
83.
Blackburn in the comment section with shouty caps saying, please help, I'm getting margin called. Why?
She's like, can we shut down
my
the
God.
market? What? I think she's trolling. I'm getting wrecked. The reason I'm getting wrecked is this bitch is discussing cryptos. Okay, just ban.
Okay.
Remove this ban
beans.
if you can. Oops. I almost pinned the message.
That would have been funny. All right, bye-bye, Haley Blackburn. Cool. All right, now that's now that that's out of the way, let's continue. But okay.
So guys, there's like around 600. Wait, there's 700 of you guys here, and only 200 likes. Please go ahead and show us that you're actually enjoying the streams. If there are actually these many of you here, and enjoying it, we are likely going to do these more often, especially if it's reflected in the analytics. If you guys go ahead and hit the like, that will let us know. And yeah, I'm down to actually do one in the middle of the week, because if people actually do enjoy these, so we can do like one on the weekends, one in the middle of the week, or we could like do one every time we have a market dump, which is I'm really getting tempted now here. But so Kusha, you were talking about the 12-hour Kijun, right?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah, I like that. It's around 42,000.
Yeah, I think it could come to fruition, man. I don't know. It just seems like such a high probability
I don't think
case
so.
here. Okay, how about this? Okay, I'm thinking now. Give me your thoughts, of course. I'm thinking 45K, 45.4K, coming all the way down to the 12-hour Kijun, coming in at, which is at 43,000. 43.7K.
We're at the daily tank into right now.
Yeah, I mean, we still have 3.5 hours left. So what's really important about Bitcoin USD? So guys, just to give you a heads up on what I'm looking at, okay, for those of you who do have access to the Mango Ribbon, and if you just put on your Ichimoku Cloud and look at the Tenkin and the Kijun on the 12-hour time frame, this is C-span trade, right? So I'm looking at that. However, what is important to note here is that we don't really have that, like an official 12-hour candle body close underneath that Tenkin. Right, so I was looking at a C-span trade in that if we close under, then perhaps we could get a nice clean trade from the Tenkin coming all the way down to the Kijun that's sitting at 43,779-ish, to be like super exact.
Are you
And the thing is,
kidding
there's
me?
so much lining up.
I think I missed my debit bid by freaking $5. Oh.
That sucks.
No.
That's always the worst. That's always the worst. Have you
missed
guys
the
ever
bounce.
missed a bid, you know, especially on a chart as volatile as Bitcoin, by like a couple of dollars?
Okay, hold up. It came down lower than that though on Bitstamp. No, I should have. No, I messed up here. Okay. That would have been a nice quick in and out play.
Mr. Brad is like, so glad I have silver. Why sell ADA now?
Okay, so I want to know something. Like, are you guys leverage trading your Cardano? Like, okay, I want to talk about this. Guys. Let me clear out the charts. Let me make it clean and big for you guys. Okay, so we're going to talk about this and we're going to wrap up. Okay, because it's been an hour, 15 minutes. I was supposed to do the stream only for 45 minutes, but we're only a good half an hour above. So Cardano, right, if you just look at the date, Feb 1st, we broke out of this structure that we were looking at, this consolidation structure that we've been looking at for a very long time, broke out Feb 1st. What's the date today? It's Feb 23rd or 20th or something like that. So within 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks actually, we went up 200 freaking percent. 200%. 3 weeks. Do you guys need margin or leverage for this? Do you guys need leverage if you're going up 200% in 3 weeks? What kind of greed is that, guys? Come on. You don't need leverage for this. Like, I was talking about this earlier this morning. Like, Bitcoin and Ethereum are probably the only coins in a bull market that you guys should be trading on like excessive leverage. If you're trading on leverage, like, make sure you over collateralize on your coins. That way you're not getting liquidated. But even then, there's no reason to. Right? Just be careful. Like, if you're doing it, do it for the right reasons. Do it because you're trying to protect against counterparty risk, and you have your liquidation points and your stop loss points there to protect you, and not so to get liquidated against. You can't be getting liquidated. You guys are, firstly, you guys playing with leverage is akin to a brand new carpenter who's never touched a tool in his life using a chainsaw. Like, no, don't do that. A chainsaw can be very, very effective and powerful and can actually protect you, just like leverage can protect you, but you need to be a proficient carpenter for that, right? So, I recommend just staying away from leverage, especially when your coin is moving 200% in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. Just going through the comments here.
Yep, same.
Do you think Bitcoin will go down to the weekly 21 EMA? I think there are bigger targets before that, man. We could eventually, but before that, we need to look at some key levels. Like Kusha mentioned, around 43,000, 44,000 is going to be key. This $48,000 level is very, very important for me. And if we lose 43, 42,000, we'll be looking at around 37,000, I believe, next. So let's wait for the rest. Actually, I'll go pull it up.
Look at the weekly, eh? Look at where this pullback really, what it lined up with, Sean, on the Ichimoku Cloud.
The Kumo twist? Of course, yeah.
It's like a magnet.
Yeah. Yeah, Dot, exactly, man. Exactly, Woodang 8. Dot and ADA are looking really, really good. So let's switch on over to the daily first, and then go ahead and show you guys Dot BTC. Look at this. It's barely budged, right? And this to me is bullish for, this is bullish for bull market. But this is indicative of a bull market, right? Where your altcoin is saying, okay, yeah, Bitcoin's going down. It sucks. My USD value is falling, but I'm not going to budge more than I need to. It's not underperforming against Bitcoin. Like, when was the last time you saw things like this? Dot BTC, ADA BTC, both of them are staying sideways, right? So I'm looking for this 2-day structure on Cardano to have continuation after all of this nonsense is over. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up actually with a quick overview on everything we talked about. So we'll start with, again, Bitcoin. Bitcoin to me is looking, again, yes, we broke this rising channel towards the upside. We've come down and tested some major levels. Daily Tenkin, we just tested it on the live stream, during the live stream like a few minutes ago. Still looking good. We do have 2-day 21 EMA coming in at around 42, 43. That also lines up with the Kijun as well, coming in at around 43, 44. So I wouldn't be too surprised that we do hit Kusha's target over there, but I don't think it's happening right now. I'm looking for a lower high, Kusha. Or a bear flag on the 12-hour time frame, and then continuation. Okay, but then in that case, what about a wick down to the top of the cloud at 39,000? Ooh. Okay. Anyways, we're diving too deep in right now. We don't need to do that. I just want to take a quick look at the oscillators. Okay. Oof. Daily's still looking good. Stochastics has crossed downside to the downside. I want to see this confirmed though. But yeah, Bitcoin again, it's too premature to get bullish against the trend just yet. ADA, again, we talked about it, looking great, right? It could be putting in a high low here, and then the question is, do we put in a low high and then come and take that low out at 82 cents? If we do that, next target of course would be around 68, and underneath, it's a lot like Ethereum that way, where it's only at around 38 cents. Okay, but first things first, we need to take out 82 in terms of after putting in a low high. Okay, after putting in a low high. So if we do that, then we can revisit our bullish bias on Cardano. For now, I'm bullish on Cardano. Cardano BTC looking fantastic. Okay, fantastic. We talked about this. Could be putting in a really bullish cup and handle structure over here that Kusha talked about. And I like this if we break the zone overhead at around 2200 Satoshi. Dot BTC looking freaking great as well. Again, same thing, trending towards the upside, not even putting in a high or low yet, going sideways on the lower time frames. Dot USDT, yeah, might be putting in a high or low somewhere here. Again, has a long ways to go before it looks bad, so this can get ugly. $18 support is underneath, perhaps 21. Perhaps 21 to 18 could be, we could be looking at something like that. But until Bitcoin loses key levels, I don't see the USD pairing coming that low. ETH is the worst chart. ETH is, the easy trade over here was on the dynamic. We put a horizontal over here as well. Tested that, lost the dynamic. Boom, boom, boom. Down, 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 down. ETH USD looking, oops, I just took off the chart by mistake. Just looking garbage. We tested our level at around 1483. We clearly came and tested it. Looks like crap. We could test 1392 as well, but we lost. Nope, just garbage. Yeah.
Sounds just like nope.
We look at it again when it starts beginning. Remember, guys, I was so bullish on that. I was like, Ethereum, it's gonna go to 5,000. Why? Because we were long all the way from around 200, 300. Why not dream big, right? We'll keep dreaming big. We'll keep hoping for more profits. But as soon as the trend ends, we're out. Period. We'll dream big while we're bullish, and as soon as we turn bearish, we're out. Simple. All right. So with that, guys, I'm gonna be wrapping it up. Krisha, any final words?
No, I think we've covered the important ones.
Awesome. I hope all of you guys enjoyed these live streams.
Don't get too stressed out. Make sure you have your invalidation points in place. And if you honestly, like what Sean said, like on a coin like Cardano, if you don't need to take leverage on it, if you don't need to take margin on it, don't. Because he's right. I mean, look at the exponential moves we're getting on some of these coins. The last thing you want to be getting is liquidated and having your account just wiped out. It's just not prudent.
Yep. Exactly. And again, for those of you guys who haven't joined the Discord just yet, go ahead and join our Discord community. You can just simply type themangoway.com/discord, right? themangoway.com/discord. I'm going to go ahead and put a link down. themangoway.com/discord.
And hit the like button if you haven't already, because that's going to allow me to assess the analytics to see if these kind of streams are, good when we have price moves like this one, whether it's a dump or a pump. That way we can sort of just enjoy it all together.
Exactly. So yeah, I do recommend going ahead and joining the community, especially during times like this. You have a community, a shoulder to rest your head on, right? And I woke up this morning, I was really, really proud of the community that we have built over the years. I want you guys to be part of the community. As long as you guys remain mango and stick with the mango culture, we are also really, really strict in there. We have no tolerance whatsoever for toxicity. If you are mean to someone, if you are not helpful, you're not nice, and you're just being toxic, you will be removed almost immediately. No warning on that. There's no warnings on that. And also, do not come in there and ask thoughts on XYZ coin without providing any charts of your own or any like analysis or ideas of your own. Like, people aren't there sitting there to just give you free analysis, right? So come there to learn. We're always learning and teaching. You can ask questions. You can post a chart and ask a question. So yeah, join the community. And again, big shout out to all of you in the community right now. I was really proud of you. Big shout out to all of you in the seed as well. You guys had a clubhouse too today. So we started something in the seed called the Seed Clubhouse. It's like a voice channel and screen sharing kind of thing where people just hop on and they share ideas and talk. And apparently, Krisha, Trader Fraser was sharing ideas and golden nuggets on how to manage positions and blah blah blah. And all, I think there were like around 7 seed members all like gathered there today. So it was really, really, really cool to see. I wish I could have joined, guys, but yeah, I was just busy with some admin work at home. So really, really good to see all of that. But yeah, for the rest of you, I will see you guys in the next stream. Join the Discord. The link should be down below if you missed the link I posted, themangoway.com/discord. By the way, you guys can use that phrase, themangoway.com/seed, themangoway.com/dynamic, themangoway.com/tradingview, right? And you guys should find information on all of that. So yeah, any closing thoughts, Krisha, before I
No, that's it. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way, y'all.
Awesome.
Ciao,
With
guys.
that, guys, bye.